Welcome to Sex Ed 101 Jamz. This is DJ Patty Cakes on your favorite station for quarantine entertainment. Hope you all are staying safe, healthy, washing your hands, staying 6 feet apart, and not hoarding toilet paper. All right, tonight, in between tunes, we'll be getting into some HIV facts or fiction. We'll be answering all of your questions and debunking some HIV myths to avoid public health mayhem. You all have been sending tons of questions to our DMs. Please keep sending them as we're going live. Let's see what's going down in the DMs. All right, here's our first question from @YouKnowTheVibes. Hi, this may sound silly, but what does HIV actually stand for? Not silly at all, you know the vibes, okay? Because acronyms aren't the same as knowing your ABCs, right? HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. And just in case you were wondering, AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. That was actually a wonderful question to get us started for tonight. So thank you for sending that in. You know the vibes. Thank you. Next question. It says, I heard you can get HIV from sharing food with people and sitting on dirty toilet seats and stuff. No, not quite. But you can get HIV from unprotected sex, specifically vaginal or anal. Oral presents a lower risk, but it's still risky nonetheless. Other ways you can get it are through sharing needles or from mother to child before, during childbirth. So before we move on actually to our next question, I have some question in the live comments about needles. So people who use drugs, they sometimes share needles, and sharing needles can share viruses. So you should also be mindful of where you're getting your tattoos, where you're getting your piercings, making sure that you're always going to a professional. Don't share your needles, always go to a professional. These are some great questions. Let's get into the next one. All right, it says, how can you prevent yourself from getting HIV? Oh, I like this one. How can we prevent ourselves from getting HIV? Condoms. No, but for real. Latex, polyurethane, polyisoprene are all condoms that are great for protecting against unintended pregnancy, STIs, and HIV. So if you want to protect yourself, wear condoms. Also, dental dam can help protect you during oral sex. And if you were tuned in earlier, then you heard me mention the safe usage of needles, not sharing, and making sure they're always sterilized and you're always going to professionals for tattoos and for piercings. And before we move on, I'd like to point out that one of the most important things that can protect you from STIs and HIV is your personal decision making. Just thinking about whether you are ready to have sex, if you'd rather be abstinent. If you do, how are you going to protect yourself? How are you going to protect your partner? And just how are you going to go about taking care of your sexual and reproductive health overall? Thank you for your questions. I don't know about you, but I am having a blast on our Sex Ed Q&A. Thank you for tuning in to Sex Ed 101 Jamz. We're going to take a little break so you enjoy these tantalizing tones. We'll be back in just a second. Are you prepped? If you or a loved one is at high risk of contracting HIV, Sex Ed 101 Jamz is here to remind you to get prepped. With the latest pre-exposure prophylaxis treatments, there are several on the market, and just one pill a day keeps the virus away. HIV, not the wrong. This message is brought to you by the World AIDS Day Committee of Charleston, South Carolina. All right. We're back, and the hotline is heating up on Sex Ed 101 Jamz. For our second half of tonight's show, we'll be talking about sexual risk behaviors and playing a little game of unsafe, safer, safe. You drop your answer in the comments on live, and we'll determine if these behaviors are safe, safer, or unsafe for a prize. So let's get into it. Here's our first question. Is using a condom for vaginal or anal sex safe, safer, or unsafe? I'm going to take the first right answer I see in these comments. Let's see. Okay, what do we got? All right. At Too Hot For You. You are our first winner. They said that using a condom for vaginal or anal sex is a safer behavior. And that is correct. There are a lot of people in the comments saying safe. No, unfortunately, it is not. It is, however, safer than no protection at all. So having any kind of sex puts you at risk, whether it's protected or not. So technically, the only way to be safe is no form of anal, vaginal, or oral. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, Too Hot for You. All right, our second question. Are activities such as massaging, masturbating, or foreplay considered safe, safer, or unsafe? Let's see what we have in the comments. All right, lots of comments coming in. Okay. Oh, Hot Girl Mags. I like that. All right, so those would be safe, right? Because there's technically no sex involved in those activities. Yes, Hot Girl Mags. That is right. Someone was listening to our last question. Mags, you are our second winner of the night. We're going to do one more. Here we go. All right. Is having sex with multiple sex partners, sometimes using condoms, safe, safer, or unsafe? Last question of the night. Let's see who's got it, who's gonna bring it home. All right. Oh, at not today, sis. Yo, these names. Okay, that is an unsafe behavior because you're not using condoms all of the time in this scenario. So it would be safer if condoms were used every time, even more safe if there weren't so many sex partners. Well then, not today, sis. You gave a great answer today, sis. All right. And you want to know why that's such a wonderful answer is because not only is that correct, it's very well rounded. Absolutely right. And a great way to close us out tonight. Winners, please send us your contact information at sexed101jams@gmail.com and we will send you your prize. Don't forget to catch us this Friday live at 12 p.m. Thank you for tuning in to Sex Ed 101 Jams. Have a good night.